Please note, behind me, all of my dresser knobs match. You see it? You see it? It's feeling like spring. It's feeling like a new era. It's feeling like she's getting her projects done. Yeah? Hi, baby loves. It is Kaisha from Earth to Kaisha, and today's video is going to be talking about self-concept, worthiness, and all the things that go along with it. So this stems from a conversation that I was having with my mom. I was basically in one of those self-loathing moments. You know how it gets. And it was gloomy. Somebody had probably pissed me off or something. And I was just thinking about like all the things that I am not, or all the things that I don't have, right? And if you want to list my rap sheet, baby, it's long. But I was having a conversation with my mom and I was like, oh, I feel like such a loser. Like I'm a scrub on paper. And she was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, girl, I'm 34 years old, twice divorced, single mom, live at my parents' house. Credit has been jacked up. Finances not where I want to be. Shoot, gained all this weight, trying to get back in shape. A mess. I'm a scrub on paper. And she was like, but you're not on paper. True. And I just realized that like if I'm having these self-loathing moments and these issues with self-concept, then a lot of other people probably are too. And that really just blessed me. You are not on paper. I realized that a lot of the issues that we have with self-worth come from the fact that we have been conditioned to attach our self-worth to facts and figures rather than to truth, okay? Because the facts and the figures will show like, okay, your credit score should be this, you should have this much saved in your bank account, you should be married by this age, you should have this many children by this age, you should have purchased a home by this point, you should be here in your career at this point, this is what your BMI should be, this is what kind of car you should be driving. What else? This is how many degrees you should have. Here's your GPA. Where are you ranked in your class? We are reduced to these numbers, right? The number on the scale, the number in the bank account, your age, the number of friends you have, the number of kids you have, the number of square feet in your home, the number of the down payment you had to put on your vehicle, right? We are reduced to numbers all the time. And the truth of the matter is, like, as human beings, we have to detach from that completely, because the truth of the matter is, as much as we like to have these little debates online and these conversations about this is a high value man, this is a high value woman, your value as a human being is fixed. It comes from God, not from anything that somebody else can quantify. God literally took the earth, the soil, and was like, beam bop, boop bop, bee bop bam. Looks good. Something's missing. Oh wait, it's me. There we go. Like, you're made out of earth and God. You trying to tell me that some number, that some person who belongs to a specific group of people, trying to make sure the people who are outside of that specific group of people can't get homes and material goods, credit score, that number trumps earth and God? Because that's what you are. That's what I am. So we really have to like reel it in sometimes and detach ourselves from these numbers. Let's talk about our body. Hey, you know, I had these kids and I gained weight, or I had to take this medication and I gained weight. We feel like we're unworthy of love, or we're unworthy to be treated nicely, or whatever the case is. Girl, do you know what this body can do? I read somewhere that like, think of your body as an instrument, not an ornament. And that really stuck with me, because truth be told, like, we use it for a lot of decorative purposes, but it's like, you know, this is your home, right? Like, your soul has had a place to dwell for your entire life earthside because of this body. If you are a mother, you have housed yourself plus however many souls you've given birth to. Your body can synthesize food, sunlight, energy. Your body is a mechanism that allows you to move about. Like your feet carry you everywhere you go. Your mind is literally taking concepts that are not concrete, that are not material, that don't even exist, and like turning them into motion, turning them into neurons firing, turning them into words that come out of your mouth. Like it's controlling your motor functions. And you are chastising yourself because you have a pudge, or because you have cellulite, or because you have tiger stripes. Girl, you're a tiger. You are a fierce, wild animal. You deserve those stripes, okay? You earned them. Breaking a bone. Like your bone just needs a little cocoon and it fuses itself back together. What? I'm just saying that these bodies, if you study them and all their pieces, they are so miraculous. Like people in general are so miraculous. You're amazing. I don't know why I'm tearing up right now. Because you're the first person who hears the things that you say. That's why I'm tearing up. Because you're the first person who hears the things that you say. So the next time that you find yourself trying to use these numbers to judge yourself, to critique yourself, why don't you try instead evaluating your character? What do I believe? What are my foundational principles? What are the things I say are important to me? Write that down. Then ask yourself, the way that you conduct your daily life, how does it illustrate these things that you've written down? If you say your family is important to you, how much time do you spend with them? When was the last time you sat down at the table without your phone and without your TV and had a meal with your family? If you say that finances are important to you, right? Like, oh, I'm about my bread, I'm about my paper. So what are your spending habits looking like? Are you spending money on stupid stuff? And when I say stupid stuff, I want to be very clear. I mean stuff you can't afford. Because nothing, to me, if you ask me, nothing's really stupid, right? Like everything serves a purpose, and like sometimes things just like make us happy. But like, can you afford it? Can you afford it? Are you putting your money where you're supposed to be? Are you saving? Are you investing? Are you building? Are you growing? Are you using your money in a way that indicates that you are future thinking? Are you finding sustainable ways to make more money that don't require you to spend even more time away from your family, or don't require you to wreck your body and your mind from being on all the time? If you are a person who says that their health is important, are you reading ingredients? Are you preparing food at home? Are you resting? Are you exercising regularly, just moving your body, going for a walk, going to the gym, taking a Pilates class? I would say taking a spin class, but honey, I took a spin class and I'm still recovering. It was weeks ago. If you're a person who says that honesty is a principle of theirs, are you honest? Including being honest with yourself? If you're a person who says that hospitality is important to them. When was the last time you hosted someone? When was the last time you gifted someone something? Not because you were going to receive something in return, not because it was going to get you closer to this person so that you could leverage the relationship, but just because you believe that it's better to give than to receive. So you wanted to bless somebody. Character. Let's evaluate ourselves on our character. Are we who we say that we are? Because if you're doing that, then you can get to the end result, right? Like, you can make more money, you can fix your credit score, you can lose weight, you can get in shape, you can grow new edges. Help me, Lord. Buy a house, you can save up your coins, you can still invest in the stock market. You can do all of that. It's not too late. You feel that? That's your heart beating. That's your heart beating. It's not too late to do all those things. So you still have the opportunity. When it comes to evaluating yourself, we're not going to use those facts and figures for our value, though, right? Our value is fixed. Your identity comes from your character. Do you walk like God? Do you talk like God? Do you move like God? Are you kind? Are you just? Are you fair? Are you honest? Are you disciplined? Are you joyful? Are you a person who does what they say they're going to do? Do you live by your own principles? That's how you're assessing yourself from now on. Okay? Sorry if it got dark. I'm standing by this window and it's overcast and the clouds are moving. Life is really short. And it's fleeting. And I just would hate for us to not live and to not live joyfully and fully present in the moment because we're too worried about all the things that we should be on paper. When we're on our deathbeds, we're not going to be thinking about our credit score or how much money we saved by switching our car insurance. No, I'm kidding. We are going to be thinking about our mom's laugh. We're going to be thinking about those mornings when you had to wake up with your baby at like 3 a.m. and it was so still and so quiet, and just like looking at that little perfect face that's looking back at you, knowing that they're safe and that they're taken care of and that they are fully loved and that there's nowhere that they would rather be than with you right now, and soaking in that moment. You're gonna be I am unable right now, y'all. You're gonna be thinking about, I have a friend who is like, I should not still be living in apartments, like I'm too old for this. And I'm like, girl, your little 1-bedroom apartments have been like a vacation home to me, okay? Have been a place of refuge for me. We have laughed until we literally fell on the floor, like crying real tears, falling out laughing. Those are the things that you'll be thinking about. I'm gonna get a tissue, I'll be back. You're not gonna be thinking about like your purse collection. You're gonna be thinking about when your friend's dad was in the hospital, that you were able to be there and hold her hand with her while she waited with anxiety. You're going to be happy that you were there for the soccer game, that you had to sit out in that hot sun all day at this track meet, but you got to support someone that you love, You'll be thinking about all those times you got to wash your grandma's hair, right? I think about that. Like, I'm living at my parents' house, but I get to watch my grandma play with my kids. My grandma's 93. I get to wash her hair and make sure she eats and watch my little kids play with my 93-year-old grandma. These are the things that matter. These are the things that matter, not these numbers. So please, as you move forward, I know it can be hard. I know it can be hard because we really have had a number done on us, but you are not on paper. People are experiencing you. Focus on how you feel about yourself. Focus on your connection. Focus on those connections. And leave people better than you found them. Make sure that you're moving with character. And all that other stuff, like, you'll get there. But I promise you, like, you're good. You're good. Love y'all.